Hi, you guys. This is Carol, and I'll be your host today for Needing a Meeting. And Karen is going to be coming on and sharing some things with us that she's been wanting to share. And I'm just going to give her the floor as soon as we get through uh, this section of Chapter 3 in this Smart Recovery Handbook.
Good deal.
All righty. So yesterday we looked at a change plan worksheet, and I posted that on the Facebook page and also on the community page of the channel here, the YouTube channel.
Right, I didn't see it.
That's fine. And I will post today's figures as well
Okay.
on both places. And so today we're going to be looking at this tool of cost benefit analysis. I did this one in rehab, and it is pretty powerful, I got to say. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Got Jamie C. and Christy.
Right on. Okay, so far, you've identified your core values and what you want your future to look like. You also have created a plan to get there. Remember, though, your addictive behavior will be waiting in the wings for the slightest opportunity to hijack your plans and motivation.
Hijack. That's a great word for it.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever asked yourself what you get out of your addictive behavior? You must be getting something. It's hard to imagine you'd do it if you didn't get something out of it, even if the behavior causes you and others harm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reality of it. It doesn't just affect you. Do you drink because it helps you cope with the stress of being a parent or the challenges of your job? Do you find anonymous sex partners to make you feel more attractive and wanted? Do you harm yourself because it calms you? Completing a cost-benefit analysis, or CBA, will help you answer these questions. At some point in our lives, we told ourselves, either consciously or unconsciously, that the benefits of our behavior outweighed the costs. But have you ever looked at your behavior under a microscope and really examined all the benefits and all the costs? People who want to stop an addictive behavior have two types of thinking about their behavior, but never at the same time. Short-term thinking and long-term thinking. Short-term thinking. Using makes you feel immediately better. Long-term thinking. You want to stop the behavior to lead a healthier life. Because short and long-term thinking don't happen simultaneously, the CBA, or cost-benefit analysis, brings them to one place to help you identify and compare the far-reaching consequences of your behavior with its right now benefits. The CBA will also help you compare long and short-term benefits of abstinence. To start, consider the costs and benefits of your addictive behavior.
That's really strong stuff. Some really smart people got in on this curriculum.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, I feel like I quit for the long-term benefits first, and then the short-term benefits just kind of fell into place.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it happened for me.
I know it's backwards on the screen, but right now they're showing an example of using or doing the activity, and label each of them as ST or LT for short term and long term, with the benefits on one column, the costs on the other.
The costs.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Benefits are the rewards and the advantages, and costs are the risks and disadvantages.
Ugh.
And then the next chart will be you not using or doing the activity or behavior. Label each of them ST and long term, and that's the benefits, the rewards and advantages of, and then the costs, the risks and disadvantages of not using or not doing, which that should be a pretty short list if you're being really real with yourself.
Yeah.
The costs and benefits of using the example that I just kind of put up on the screen. Start by looking at what's pleasurable about your addictive behavior. Be as specific as possible. For example, instead of writing, "My addictive behavior helps me cope," write how it helps you cope. write how it helps you cope. You know, my behavior makes me brave enough to say what I'm really feeling, or acting out helps me forget my loneliness. Benefits, advantages, and rewards. What pleasures, benefits, or advantages does it bring to my life? With what feelings or moods does my addictive behavior help me cope? Frustration, anger, fear, boredom, depression, anxiety, loneliness, stress, etc. How does it help me cope? What positive feelings, moods, or situation does my addictive behavior make even better? What things does my addictive behavior help, or at least seem to help me do better? Does it help me avoid a reality or escape? Does it ease or reduce the physical and emotional pain? Does my addictive behavior help me socialize and fit in? Do I need my addictive behavior to seem more fun, charming, interesting, or more confident? Do I need my addictive behavior to feel normal? The costs, the risks and disadvantages. What is it that I dislike about using or doing? How is it harming me? What will my life be like if I continue to use? Ooh, that's a big
Ouch.
one.
Ouch.
You know, and everyone knows where we are. And you know
I'm
what
I'm listening.
because it's going to look like more of the same and maybe even multiplied more of the same.
Right.
How much time have I lost to my addictive behavior? How many people do I lie to in order to hide my addictive behavior?
I think for me it was not the time that I lost, but the time that I lost with spending quality time with others, especially my boys.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing.
Yeah. Did it put you into a different space that you couldn't fully be present with them?
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean that came first.
Okay.
The I was vodka, gin, beer. Those were my three main ones, and yeah, those came before um, anything else. And I have searched and searched within myself, and really have never put my finger on one thing. I think it just started out as the high school jock crowd in high school, going to parties and stuff, and just gradually escalating until getting out of the army when I was, full blown alcoholic at that time,
Yeah.
and that was less than 10 years.
Yeah. Well, even though I'm 29 years and some months, I'm thinking about doing this tonight, this very night, because you can always have this to refer to. Because I'm now that I'm coming away from the medication, I'm coming out of my depressive constant state, and
Right.
everything is waking up, including my old addictions.
Yeah. And we,
This
we we saw that the other day, and we dealt with it and we moved on.
Well, but I don't anticipate that that's going to be the only time that I run
No,
into this, you
no.
know. So where was I? Okay. So what will you be
I'm
like?
listening. I'm just looking for my sugar-free candies.
Okay. How much time have I lost to my addictive behavior? How many people do I lie to in order to hide my addictive behavior?
Ouch.
Yeah. How do I feel after the effects my addictive behavior wear off?
Hungover.
And there's more than that. I mean, there's
The,
the emotional how do you feel as
the
well.
disappointment of having or the guilt of having disappointed somebody again.
Yeah.
Yet again.
How is using affecting my health? Does using affect my energy, stamina, and concentration? How much money have I lost to my addictive behavior? What legal problems do I face because of my behavior? How does using affect my relationships? How does using affect my work performance? What effects has it had on my self-respect and self-confidence? The costs and benefits of not using. Now, do the same exercise for your life without addictive behavior. Be honest and realistic. How will stopping affect my health? How will stopping affect my relationships with the ones I love? How will stopping affect my job? How much money can I save? What will stopping do to my self-respect and self-confidence? Will stopping affect my ability to deal with my problems? What will I do with the time freed up because I'm not pursuing my addictive behavior?
Oh my God.
Woo! What will I do with the money that I'm saving?
Groom a 250-pound pig is what you'd do.
What goals have I abandoned that I could accomplish by stopping? The costs. What will I miss about using? And that's real. You can't not look at that, because otherwise you're leaving a big part out of it. You need to know the cost
My
in order to know if you're willing and really serious and wanting to pay it, you know?
the one of the things that kept me not being able to stop for so long was that, geez, how am I ever going to have fun going fishing again? Or how am I ever going to have fun watching sports again? Or how am I going to have fun at a barbecue? Or, you know,
Mm,
and I don't know where that falls into cost and benefit analysis, but I, I would imagine that would be in the benefits of things that I would eventually learn how to do again,
yeah.
because um I've been happier the last 14 years than I have my whole life.
Wow.
Even when my heart got sick, you know.
Wow. That's powerful. Wow. So yeah, what will I miss about using? These are the costs. What issues in my life will I have to find new ways to deal with when I stop using? What thoughts and emotions will I learn to accept? Woo, these are big E's, biggies.
But this they brought out the mallet for this one.
Yeah.
By the way, have you spoke to them about you using this on your
Yes.
live
Yeah,
stream?
I got approval. It took about a little less than a week to get a response.
Okay.
And
Okay.
as long as I'm not making money by, presenting this material, they're good with it.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Because it's really valuable stuff.
it is good. It's great stuff. All right. What will change about my life that I like now because I use? Oh my God.
That I like because I use to
I had
feel
that
more.
going on big time. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I used to feel normal
Yeah.
at one point. It was just to get normal.
Yeah. Well, I liked the way it helped me socialize, because I was always socially awkward. I felt like, until I started drinking, you know?
That just blows my mind because you're so unawkward now.
Well, I mean, I'm also a good chameleon.
Aren't we
I
all?
learned to do that somehow, and I don't know how. I just decided in the 10th grade that, I was kind of being used as the butt of jokes, and just to kind of hang out with certain people, and I got, it's like somebody was sitting, some little elf or somebody was sitting on my chest one night, and I'm looking at the ceiling, and this little thing on my chest is asking, what are you getting out of this? What are you really getting out of letting these people do this to you? And then I'm like, well, I'm not really getting anything that I like, you know.
If
And
we could take this knowledge and go back,
and then the next question was, okay, if there was kind of an antisocial group that would just kind of sit and act disinterested, and I used to think I would never want to do that, because I wanted to be social. I wanted to be in the stuff that's going on and, in on the stuff. And then, so that the question was, well, would it really be so terrible if you had to sit by yourself at lunch and read a book? And I mean, why would
If you did that one time, you would be the girl who sat at lunch by herself and read a book for the rest of your high school career.
but I didn't.
No, I know. No, I was always in on the stuff.
Yeah. Well, but you know, I decided, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And who cares if I have to sit by myself every single day from here on from here to the end of
That,
the school year.
that's a healthy place to be for a sophomore.
Yeah, and it changed my life. Instantly, everything changed. Everything.
And all these facades and masks and stuff started coming off, and
Yeah, I don't know
you
about
probably
that.
got a little you probably got a little less awkward.
Maybe so. Yeah, yeah. I used to visualize how I would like to be seen by others, and I started becoming that. And whether it was real or whether I was faking it till I made it, who cares? But then, nothing's perfected. And then then you got to move into the world of adults. And I'm out of my depth all over again.
Yeah.
So drinking was the adult thing to do. Hi, Zelda.
Hi, Zelda, cooking and listening. What are we having today?
So anyway, this is what I'm going to be posting on the Facebook page and also the
Okay.
community page on the channel.
Oh,
This little chart for doing your cost benefit analysis. Okay, and then short-term and long-term benefits.
how much is this workbook you're working on?
$12 and some,
Oh
maybe.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would really like to.
If you find a smart meeting in your area, they often have them and they'll give them to you for free.
I called and I got an addiction hotline, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do something different.
Go on the website, www.smartrecovery.org.
.org.
Uh-huh.
It helps.
Yeah. Once you have your list of benefits and costs for each section, identify each one as either a short-term benefit or long-term benefit. Are you surprised that most of the benefits of using and costs of stopping are short-term, while the costs of using and the benefits of stopping are long-term? In smart meetings, we often hear gasps from people as they realize their addictive behavior has only short-term benefits but long-term costs. This may be the first time you've taken a hard look at the price you and those around you have paid for your behavior. Now that you're considering your behavior in terms of immediate and lasting benefits, I just got a picture of my mom, you guys, and I got to take a second here.
Okay, well, Zelda's having swordfish and squash, and I eat squash every day. And I love if it swims, crawls, or squats in the mud, I like it. In
Cosmic Christie, hello, by the way. Cosmic Christie knows where you can find the worksheets. Excellent. I'm going to get with you after this meeting.
Me too.
If you'd like to come into the meeting room, let me know, and we'll figure that out.
Yes, that'd be great because
Any of you, just kind of throw a tag up there. Tag, I want to be tagged in or something. Now that you're considering your behavior in terms of immediate and lasting benefits, the decision whether to use or stop is clearer. Keep your CBA handy and refer to it when you have an urge.
the CBA cost benefit analysis. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Make copies and keep them within easy reach. Make it a living document, laminate it and keep it in your wallet or purse, or revise and update it whenever you need to. Make it a living document. The CBA is a great tool to use for any change or decision you want to make. Summary. So far, you've done some wonderful and difficult planning. Congratulations. You identified your values, what you want your future to look like, what's important to you, and how your current behavior undermines your goals.
I
Welcome.
Hey
Hi.
Karen,
Hi.
Hi.
did you see her with her teeth in today?
Yes, I did.
I did
Beautiful.
too. I did too.
Aren't they
Beautiful.
beautiful?
And that halo that
Yeah.
was over her head was an accident.
No, well, it's a fixture on the ceiling
Yeah,
of
I was going to say, I love the halo.
it was. Yeah, it wasn't
it's a
intended.
fixture, and the fixture is like 20 feet. And it's weird because every time, like, I can sit there and I can take picture upon picture, but when I smile with my teeth, um, the halo goes over my head. So I can
Yeah,
take tons of pictures, but they don't all show up.
right
Hi,
on.
Christy.
I'm gonna message you later after the show, Christy, and get with you on that too. I would like to get the workbook, and I would like to actually this is more secular, so I doubt my church is they can be a little prudish sometimes.
That's a shame because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in here that should offend any of those
No,
sensitive,
no, 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 no.
you know. All
No.
right. So you did some wonderful and difficult planning. Congratulations. You identified your values, what you want your future to look like, what's important to you, and how your current behavior undermines your goals. You made a plan to create your future and honor your values, and you identified your support system, the people who can help you along your journey. You also,
Christy said she sent you the link.
awesome. Thank you.
Will you
Appreciate
pass
that.
it on to me?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
100%. You also identified, possibly for the first time, the long and short-term costs and benefits of your addictive behavior. These are powerful insights. You may find yourself referring to these pages to help you stay motivated, especially as you move on to point 2, coping with urges. And that's where we're going to
Yes.
leave it.
Hi,
Oh,
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
that was a good video. That was very powerful.
Yes. Thank you for that.
I missed a video.
He did.
Charlie sent us
Oh, yeah, that link. I didn't get to it yet. I will.
okay. It's
But
under
Tommy
11
talking to him like 2 years ago.
minutes and some change videos.
Right.
You're talking about him, I should say.
Yeah,
Oh.
and some of his story. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Charlie, wow. Thank
Really?
you for
Yeah,
sharing.
it was powerful.
Much.
I'm sorry,
Very.
Charlie. I'll get to it soon. I promise.
Look,
Today.
we're twins today, Karen.
Nice.
Yes.
So, Karen, you have some stuff that you wanted to talk about, and we're here for it.
Yeah. I'm dealing with Meniere's disease, which is worse than vertigo, and it's bad. Um, the things that I'm gonna go through, I are horrible. Um, I've
Can I
already
just
started
interrupt you real
losing.
quick? Tammy C wants to know what video we're talking about, and Luhu says hello. I'm sorry.
It's on the lifeboat. Charlie, do you mind if we share it with the people who are asking? Just send them
No, I'm positive he won't mind.
well, he's here. He can answer.
Yeah,
Not,
right.
and we're not going anywhere.
Not yet.
All right. Sorry, Karen.
It's all right, Steve. Don't worry about it. Um, I've already started to lose my hearing in my left ear. Um, so that's kind of a bummer. I've had about I think it's 3 ear infections so far from it. The inside of my left ear gets really swelled up.
Thank you, Charlie.
And
Does it swell? I mean, does it give you like? Does it push into your head and make your head hurt?
yeah, I get migraines from it, and
Oh.
I get it literally feels like a knife's going through my ear.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then I can't walk. Like, I have a problem walking. I can be perfectly fine, and then 1 minute and the next minute I am like dizzy as all get out, and I can't stand up, which is really hard and complicated
Yeah.
because I go straight to my knees so I don't fall, and I
Yeah.
sit down, and anywhere I'm at, I will just sit straight down, and it's really complicated and difficult. Um, I'm afraid because I know I'm gonna be needing my walker more,
Yeah.
and just to even get around my house, which is complicated.
Just so you know, we've got walkers here, so you don't have to
Oh,
bring them up.
yay!
Yeah. My mom's
Yay!
walkers are here, and she had some nice ones.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So, you can get wheelchair assistance, on your flight. That's complimentary. They offer,
Right.
and, and once they'll wheel you to my car.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, I'll make sure I have the walker with me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I pretty much try to stay away from it as much as I can.
I
I like to
understand.
wall surf and furniture surf more
I do.
because I'm always trying to do something or carry something that 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 I can't. Like,
Yeah.
I carry, like, around the house, like, I carry like, one of those canvas shopping bags. You know what I mean? Like, the throwaway bags that you get at the grocery
Yeah.
store,
Okay,
but
yeah.
the ones that are, like, nice kinda thing,
Yeah.
and I will carry those around the house with me because if in case I fall or I need to go to the floor and I have my hands filled, I can't maneuver. It's almost like being balanced is, like, the number one task that I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
if I carry, like, a really heavy purse or a bag, like, on my shoulder, I
Okay.
feel unbalanced, but if I have a backpack, I'm
Oh,
fine. You know what I mean?
okay. That, yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
tracking.
So it's kinda like that kind of a situation. It it messes with my head and my hearing and my vision.
Yeah.
Like, I was at the dentist today, and I was I was fine going up the elevator and going and sitting down and everything, and then I got up and I couldn't walk back to my dental chair. Like,
Wow.
maybe 150 feet. I couldn't walk it. And then, you know, we got my student takes me out of the building now. And we got out of the elevator, and when we got out of the elevator, I felt like the floor was still going like this
Okay.
and the ground. So you don't feel balanced at all. You know what I mean? And I'm standing there, and like, I was with her and she knew what was going on, and another student was there, and who's like, "Is she okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's fine," because I don't want to tell everybody. You know what I mean? But it's like only 20,000 people are diagnosed with this a year. So it's not like a million people or 100,000 people or anything of a substantial rate is going to make it make sense to anybody who
Yeah.
understands this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Lou's getting her pick line today, and she's getting her different antibiotic bag to go.
And that's amazing that you went to a meeting. That's awesome. And in
Yeah.
person. That's
that's awesome.
great.
Lou, I'm so proud of
That's
you. That's
so
amazing.
awesome. Yes.
I'm
That's
sorry.
amazing. No, it's cool. It's cool. But going through what I'm going through, it, it's even harder because like with every new little thing that goes on and every nuance, it's you know, I'm coming off Klonopin, and
Yeah.
that's what at first we thought it was.
Okay. Okay. I wonder if as you have it completely out of your system, if some of that will improve.
No, it won't. It's not going to improve, and that's what I've already learned.
Okay.
Like, it's not the Klonopin taper at all.
Now, is it
No,
that they can't treat it because they
it's
don't know what it
incurable.
is, or
It's
it's in
incurable.
your middle ear?
It's not. It's okay. So a lot of people get Meniere's, and it's a tinnitus, which is in your inner ear.
Yeah.
Mine is some way, shape, or form. It's actually more or less in my middle ear.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I was asking.
So um it's not about like they can't treat it. There's no surgery. There's no medications. There's a therapy that they can do with your head,
The Epley
but
maneuver?
what?
Is it the Epley maneuver?
I don't know what it's called, but they told me that there's a oh yeah, all the time, Zelda. Buzzing or ringing or stuffiness was in my ear constantly. Um it's a weird situation. So if I go for the therapy, I could get really dizzy and not be able to drive home
Yeah.
or walk out of the building. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep. My mom
And
had both inner ear Epley and the standard Epley maneuver done,
mhm.
and it's hard to say whether it helped her hurt or not. Maybe a day or two, but I mean, any relief is relief. I mean, if there would have been 10% improvement in the dizziness,
Uh-huh.
her quality of life would have been so massively improved.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. But like they at first they thought it was vertigo. So they
Yeah.
put me on antivert,
Yeah.
which is like the only drug that you can take for vertigo,
Mhm.
and it calms it down. So at first it was like, okay, I was taking 2 a day, and then I was taking 2, and then they wanted to up it again to 3.
Okay.
But and you would think that that would help. It would help for 2 hours, and then it would, like, hit like a ton of bricks. So it's actually easier not
Ooh.
to take the medication
Okay.
because it doesn't help.
Yeah, and
Like,
if
you
it comes
2
back that
hours,
strong, that's dangerous.
your relief is there for a little bit, but it's not
Yeah.
there full time.
Mhm.
Oh, if your doctor's ignoring it, make sure you go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist. They're the ones that'll be able to check your ears out for that,
Probably
for
need to get a
buzzing.
referral.
Yeah, but, w it's the situation is hideous at
Yeah,
best,
sounds hideous.
you know,
Yeah.
because I can walk and I'm fine for a while,
Yeah.
and then or I can it's everything I do, I have to second guess it before I do, like,
Mhm.
even getting out of my bed in the
Yeah.
morning, like, any simple task of standing up or moving, and I have to reconsider, "Well, am I gonna be okay?" Even just to get dressed,
Right.
you know?
Do you have a place where you can sit down now and get dressed?
Well, if I get dressed, I have to get dressed in my bedroom, and I sit on my bed,
Okay.
but then it's like imagine, like, you go to get dressed, and you're putting on your jeans or your pants or whatever, and you you go to put them on and stand up, and then I can get completely dizzy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird situation where
Is
it
it the
doesn't.
kind of sensation where, like, if you've stood up too fast when you've been in a really resting state and your pulse is slowed, or, you know?
Right. Well, that's the weird part about what I'm dealing with. I've Zelda, I've been dealing with this, what they thought was vertigo for since I was like 41, 42. And I was just diagnosed with this 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago. But that was after going to the ear, nose, and throat specialist and being in close contact with my medical doctors at all times. Um,
Hmm.
so with with okay, so you would think that when you are laying down and you get up too fast or and your blood pressure's low and then you stand up and it's like, "Whoa," kinda thing, and
Yeah.
it kinda has to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with me is my blood pressure's low all the time.
All the time. Okay. Is that
So
part
my
of it
blood
too,
pressure
or is
doesn't.
that just you?
Huh?
Is that part of the Meniere's too? Or is that just you?
They don't know. They
Okay.
can't figure out why my blood pressure won't go up.
Okay. And
Like,
that's new for you?
yeah,
Okay.
like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, I could be sitting, I could have just walked, and they do my blood pressure, and my blood pressure's like 85 over 70.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
wow.
Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
I wonder if they can figure out what's going on with the blood pressure and get it a little more normalized, if that would help with some of those symptoms.
Well, we we already went through my medication, and
Okay.
because I had a heart attack when I was 48, I'm on heart medication,
Yeah.
but there's no reason for any of this to be happening.
Right.
There's literally like the drugs aren't wrong,
Yeah.
everything is fine. So what's going on with the blood pressure? And I'm dizzy and my ears hurt, and like when I get pain in my ears, I can get it in my left, but I also get it in my right. So that's why I'm always wearing hoodies and things over my ears because
Okay.
it blocks a lot of any air.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just kind of keeps it warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my dad had lower blood pressure and he was always cold.
Yeah, Christy, I've had every arrhythmia known to cardiologists,
Yeah.
every single one.
Hi, Misha.
Misha,
Ah, hi. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
We're happy to see you.
Mm,
Oh my god. I'm so glad you're here, Mish.
him too.
Um so it's just really it's really it sounds it is. It's as bad as it sounds, if not worse. It
Mm.
makes it very difficult and getting I mean it affects me even if I'm just like walking to the kitchen or the bathroom or um anything. It's constantly yes, I did try your suggestions. Um it's just difficult. Nothing takes it away.
We love you too, Misha.
We love you.
So,
I don't really know her that well, so I just like you a lot.
She's awesome.
So Zelda was wondering if if it might be caused by a virus.
No.
Okay.
It's not
Interesting.
caused by a virus.
Okay.
And it's nothing that's treatable. I've been on everything from different antibiotics to steroid treatments to eardrops to everything, and nothing
Touching.
affects it.
Mm.
No, it did not work, Misha. It did not work. But I mean, and that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Did you see her comment?
Yeah.
I love that. I like you a really lot too, Steve.
Well, I'm glad that it's mutual.
Oh yeah. No,
That's
so
great.
it's just making everything even more complicated.
Yeah.
Why sad face? No sad face. Um, I just don't know how it's gonna get better, and it bothers me because it's so much on Rich. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. With everything he has going on.
Yeah. I mean that part. It really bothers me that he's always having to worry about me.
Oh yeah, I go through that guilt, that same kind of, everybody's got to help me and take time out to do things for me, and that bugs me more than anything. And they're like, oh, stop it. And I know they don't feel that way, but you still, it's hard to change the fact that you're getting a lot of care from someone that you love a lot, and you don't want them to suffer as you're suffering.
Well, I've actually ended up sitting in sitting in the hallway, not being able to walk into the bathroom because I can't, and it's taken me 20 minutes to go from my room to the bathroom, and it's only
Ooh.
like a 10-foot walk.
Ooh.
Not even.
Ooh.
I've sat in the hallway while they eat dinner so that I don't bother them and it doesn't interrupt their eating.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
like I'll just wait
Okay.
for the help to come back into my room, and then Rich will have to bring me in my dinner on my bed because I can't walk out and sit at the table.
Yeah.
My mental health is not doing that great, Christy. Um, it's actually um not what I want it to be. Um, no, the ear cones didn't help. Um, everything, it's kind of like piling on top of me all at once. You know,
Yeah. Mm.
and
God, I can't imagine.
it
Because I
it's
watched my mom go through a lot of what you're describing.
mm,
Very difficult.
it is, and like nobody really gets the whole rundown of it. Like I told my mom, and my mom, she didn't know how to take it, and because she hadn't seen it or seen me having an episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then last week, um, I was literally like curving my whole body to fit the side of her car because I was outside of her car talking to her, and I'm like leaning, holding on for dear life to her car, you know,
Yeah.
and that's become that was really hard for her to see. Like
Yeah.
she just didn't know how to take it.
Yeah. Because it's not supposed. That's not the way things are supposed to be going in the
No.
natural
No,
things.
it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard when you're going through something that somebody else doesn't understand unless they've had it or they've done it, like a panic attack. You can't explain that to a person who's never had one. You can't
Oh
explain
yeah.
veneers to someone that's never had it. You can't explain a defibrillator firing off in your chest unless you're talking to another person that it's happened to, and then
Yeah. Well, it's the weirdness of it. People just you can't explain what's really going on. It's just
Right.
there, and it 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 gives you a feeling of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it could be something so simple of getting out of the car and I can't walk anymore. And I was just sitting down, but I can't walk from my car to the front door.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
And I went through a lot of that with my mom too.
Mhm.
Did you see this comment, Steve?
what? Yes, I
Okay.
did. Thank you, Zelda. That helps.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, that is the truth. You know, that
Oh,
yes. Yes,
Christy
yes,
made it
yes.
home.
I have a therapist and I'm in the process of getting a new psychiatrist and another therapist as well.
Okay.
And I have a psychiatric pharmacist and I have my medical doctor and my ear, nose, and throat doctor. But you know, they can keep you, but they they can keep you balanced, but it's all up to you. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you only have so much.
Yeah.
There's only so many things that you can actually do to make it right
Yeah. Yeah.
because they're not living with you.
Right.
You
True.
can talk until you're blue in the face, but almost you can get to that point, but it if the person doesn't understand where you're at. Do you know what I mean? Does that
Mm-hmm.
make
Yes,
sense?
I do know what you mean.
Makes total sense. Complete and total sense. Yeah.
You know, it that's where it gets complicated.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll see for yourself, Carol, when I get there.
Okay.
You'll be like, "Whoa,
No,
what's
no, I'll
going
be
on?
fine. I'll be fine.
Claren's on the floor.
Well,
He's calling 911." Nope, I'm
you're
okay.
in the perfect house because Steve had to pick my mama off the floor a lot of times. He's good
Yeah,
at it. He's very good at it. He's a
yeah.
pro.
It's just one of those weird feelings that you know,
Yeah.
uh, you just you can't. I just can't. I haven't been able to come to grips with it.
Sure. I mean, you just learned about this last month, right?
Right.
Okay.
And
And
when you
usually
hear,
I can accept things pretty easy,
Yeah.
but when the word incurable, like we were
uh,
talking, Carol, the word incurable is incredibly complicated to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not really, Misha, really. Um, uh, it's very difficult. You know, because I can't explain it, and I feel like because I haven't been talking about it, it's just getting worse. It's not getting
Okay.
better.
Okay.
It's kind of like
That
when you
that actually kind of makes sense.
it's that mentality. Like if I haven't been talking about it,
Yeah.
so if I don't talk about it, it's not there, but it's there, and it's just gonna get worse
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because it festers in your brain
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know that this is a place where you can come and you can talk about whatever you need to talk about with it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
I,
Yes.
it is.
Oh, wow. I somehow not my chat wasn't moving and I've missed a lot.
Well, I still can't figure that mine showed up.
No, it didn't.
Okay, I still can't figure out how to get on chat.
You have to
I
do it off your phone.
I do this on the laptop. That's okay.
No, you have to get into the live chat. You have to type in with your phone, and then you can be on the computer at the same time.
Okay.
Good point.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I think my biggest problem is that I I don't like to talk about much about myself.
I've noticed that.
I would rather not talk about me
Yeah.
because I've learned to listen and not talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you got to talk
Well,
because,
yeah, but I mean, prior, I mean, it was like if I grew up like you don't talk about yourself, you always listen to other people.
You have
And
7. My grandmother should say I have 7 mouths in one ear.
yeah, but you know what the thing about that is that nobody gets to know you that way.
Yeah, I
Nobody
know.
gets to know the real you that way. And I know you were taught that, and it's very hard to overcome, those strong impressions that you get
Yeah, but
early on in life.
I've also opened up to people and then they'll go, "Well, you're too much." And we
Yeah.
need to I need to walk away from you. I can't deal with you. And that's been like
And
my
that's
whole life.
just I don't understand how people can what if it was them? They would want somebody to listen to them.
Right, exactly. But people don't through my life, people just wanted me to be who they wanted me to be when they wanted me to
Right.
be,
Yes,
you
yes.
know,
Yes.
which only makes the situation even more complicated.
Yeah.
So, like, even when I was even when I drank, it was because there was somebody else to drink with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it was kinda like, "Well, you're gonna do what you're doing, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and everything in my life has always been on term. Like,
Yeah.
on my terms, this is how our
Yes.
friendship's gonna be or how
Right.
our relation's gonna go or
Yes.
whatever. If you
Right.
don't do X, then I'm not gonna do Y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do know exactly what you're talking about there.
And I'm not gonna care about you, and I'm not gonna love you, and I'm not gonna be your friend, and I'm not gonna be there for you when you need me, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's where it gets really complicated, you know, feeling a lot of upheaval so much,
Yes.
you know, um, all the time.
Yeah.
Like you would you people think that because you can talk to people and you can scream and you can yell and you can be abrasive and you can be objective and you can make them think about their own self that you can do that for yourself, but you can't do that for yourself without somebody else,
That's right. That's the truth.
you know? And
Mhm.
even though Rich is a really great guy and he's wonderful, eh, that part is deviated from my life
Yeah.
because he doesn't understand drinking or psychiatric medication or the
Yeah.
issues that I go through.
Right.
So that's very hard for him. It it's like it's easy for him to I hate to say, but like kind of drift through life where I'm always like swimming as hard as I possibly can
Mhm, mhm.
just to keep myself from drowning, you know,
Yes, yes, yes.
or waiting for the next shoe to drop or waiting
Yeah,
for the next thing to go wrong.
right,
And
I identify with every syllable of what you just said.
right on.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm constantly waiting for something else to go wrong. Like
mm,
even with my teeth, like getting my teeth is like huge, right?
yeah,
And but I go in there and I actually get nervous. And it's a stressful situation
yeah,
because it's like this is right, but this is the way this is supposed to work. But this is what's happening and this is good. Well,
yes,
what's going to happen next? It's going to fall apart.
I like what Misha is saying here,
Yeah.
and the fact that we get to choose our tribe.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is our little tribe right here.
Yeah,
yeah,
this is our tribe. Exactly. It's just it
No problem, Candy.
sometimes it's difficult because
No problem.
um you don't want people to get the wrong idea.
what kind of wrong idea?
Like
No problem, Candy.
that that you're dealing with your own issues and your own problems. So you don't want to let all that out.
Right. Well,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah,
There's something about being vulnerable and totally exposed uh, that frightens us.
yes, that's true.
it is, and but it's almost at the same time it's it's not as much as that. It's kind of like if I let you know who I am too much, you're gonna walk away and hate me.
Nah.
No,
Yeah.
it's an
But you've had that
abandonment.
response in your life, so you're gonna be once bitten, twice shy, of course.
Right, but it's like a constant abandonment issue with me. People
Yeah,
just leave.
yeah,
Whether they're supposed to be there for a season or forever, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like we can look at certain things the way we look at life,
mhm,
that 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 the way we look at life. It's kind of like when I drank, you were around. When I did this, you were around. When I did all of these things, you were around. But now I'm not doing those things, so you're gone.
yeah, yeah,
Carol got on the phone with Vicky, Karen,
Yeah,
and the one thing she did say to her, I think Carol wants to do a duet thing with me and Vicky on about, trauma and taking care of somebody. And Vicky said to Carol, I don't know what goes through these people's minds about when their significant others become so seriously ill and they bounce.
right,
She doesn't understand that just doesn't compute with her.
right, exactly, exactly.
Andy, I'm sorry you've got the migraine.
Yeah, she
I'm
checked
not
in with me.
choosing a season, Misha. I don't want to choose a season. I don't. I don't want to do that. I want. I don't want to choose who's in my life for a season or forever. You know,
Yeah, I can. I can appreciate that.
because the support that we need, and the support that we need is larger than ourselves.
That's right.
You know, that's what makes it more important.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay, I just took out my own message, so I know that that works now, and I know I can get on chat now. So I'm happy. Everybody just, I'll shut up.
yay!
So you can see the chat now?
I could always see it. I could just never get on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Misha. I'm sorry. She'll yell at me later.
I think she's the only one I've never spoken to in person.
What?
I've never spoken to Misha voice to voice.
Oh.
That is true, Zelda. And the thing about that, with if we're here because we've been addicts, whether it be to a behavior or a substance, that's the worst thing that we can do is you know, go through life with that silent pain. That's the worst thing we can do.
Because then what you're going to do is use your coping mechanism, which is whatever your substance of choice is,
Right.
to dull that pain. And it's just that cyclical uh, feeling of pain and getting high or drunk and just going back and forth.
Yeah, but like with me, I'll sit in silence. I won't reach out. I'll stay to myself.
Oh, sorry, Tammy.
I'll just stay inside myself.
Yeah.
Kind of like which I don't like to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like taking on a lot and then trying to breathe through the rest.
Right.
And you can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And I've been holding all of this in, kind of being
Oh.
able to talk about it a little bit, but
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not doing that anymore, and I'm glad you made the choice for yourself that that's not what you're going to be doing with this, because this is too big.
yeah. Well,
You
I
know?
know it's too big and I know it's messy. And
Yeah. Yeah.
there's not anything that's going to fix it if I hold it all in. At
Right.
least that's what I think.
Yeah.
You know, it
I hope
is.
it's helping her too.
I
It's
hope so too.
it's just a lot.
It is a lot.
You know,
It is a lot.
like I haven't even told my son.
Oh.
Which isn't the best idea.
No, that's got to happen. That you need to make that happen. Otherwise, he's going to see you degenerate, and he's going to want to know why. And the longer you go, the more pissed he's going to be.
Right. Well, I kind of told him that I'm getting dizzy, and you know, I just didn't give him the gravity of it yet.
Yeah.
You
My,
know, and I want to be able to tell him, but I don't want to tell him over the phone. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's
100%.
so it's kind of like, well, I don't want to leave him hanging,
Yeah.
you know, but um
Tammy.
I don't want to leave him thinking like, well, when when he sees me, things are going to be odd or something.
Right.
But
That's why you need to tell him because
right,
Yeah.
he
I
doesn't need.
realize that, but it's not like I can just go see him on a
Yeah.
whim,
True.
you
True.
know.
Yeah. True.
And he lives like an hour and a half from me.
Is he going to
My
be at the holiday shindig you're doing?
Mhm.
Okay. Is that the
Yeah.
soonest that you'll get to see him?
Yeah, I'll be able to see him and my son. I'll see
But is
him
that
and
but is
Sean
that the
and
soonest?
what?
Is that the soonest you'll be able to see him?
Yeah, because he's moving in November.
Okay.
So it's not really gonna be functional. You know what I mean? Like he'll be busy doing whatever with the house and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's kind of aggravating, but I turned around and I said to him, I told him I kind of gave him an idea, like telling him I was dizzy and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but like I just don't want to go through a lot that day where I can't walk.
Yeah.
I don't want
Mm.
to see me unbalanced.
It's
Literally unbalanced. Not like mentally unbalanced, but physically where I can't stand.
which is another reason why you need to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Because it might be that he actually needs to see to understand
Right,
the
right.
gravity of the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Because it's hard to make those things be real when it's someone you love.
right.
Hey Tammy, would it be okay if Carol or Karen passed me along your phone number? That I can get references from them if you'd like. I don't want the stuff to stop. I just wanted to see if you'd
No,
get
it's
that.
okay. I wish you were on here, Christy. Where are you?
Mm.
Goofy girl. Um,
Look at you being awesome, reaching out and trusting us with this. Yeah,
Yeah.
that right there is why I love you, you girls. I'm the only guy in here, and
well,
you ladies bring out the big brothery type feelings in me. It's you
that's a
know
good thing, Steve.
I know I gotta.
We're your angels.
Yes, you are. Kristen says 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You're funny, Christy. No, it's just a matter of trying to figure it all out.
Yep.
And it's kind of like conquering addiction again.
Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
like being
but you
able
don't have
to
a
Yeah.
choice.
open.
You don't have a choice whether to use or not. You're going to use. It's going to be there.
No, well, yeah, but no. What I mean by that, it's like no matter what I do, if I get up, it's gonna be right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. You don't have any choice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just wish it would just go away. You know,
Yeah. I do too.
you know,
Well, we're here to support you through this because
Yeah,
you
and I
can't you can't
appreciate
you
that.
can't take this one on alone.
no, and you know very well that you can call either one of us anytime you need us.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just a matter of putting it all together in my head some days.
Sure. That
Well,
makes sense. That makes
you
sense.
call us for help in doing that.
I know. I mean, at first, everything with like I was just trying to figure it all out. Like I've been dizzy since May, like May.
May.
And
Yeah. Is that the first indication of anything?
hmm yeah, but I mean, I just thought it was vertigo again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I honestly thought that's what it was, and I mean, there were times when I'd be on the phone with somebody, and or like, well, Michelle will tell you. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I hung up with her because I couldn't. I was walking, and I literally had to stop and yell for Rich. You know,
Oh.
and yeah, I mean, I'm walking with my phone in the house, thinking I'm okay, and the next thing I know, I'm gonna fall on my face.
Hmm.
It's just not real.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And at first it was like, well, am I eating enough? Am I not eating enough? What am I eating?
Yeah.
You're looking at everything that you're doing, and it's still not working right.
Okay.
It's like no matter what you do, it's just not going to work.
Right on.
And as hard as you try, it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of times when I was like that. Or it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it ruined my whole summer because I love going
Yeah.
to the pool,
Aw.
and I couldn't trust myself
Yeah.
to walk, like even just driving over to the pool, getting out of my car and walking into the pool. If I fall, I'm hitting concrete,
Yeah.
you know?
That's scary.
So,
A
Oh,
yeah.
pool's a safe place too because no one's ever tripped and fell and hit the concrete in a
you
pool.
got to get in and out of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
like, I'll just even if just laying there and laying out and I get dizzy.
That's
Hi!
supposed to be.
Hey,
Flip
I
yourself
always
around.
gotta. I know. I'm a mess. There we
No, you're
go.
not.
Today I am. I spilled coffee on my shirt, and because it's coffee colored, I thought no one's gonna see it. No, no. Walked around all over town, had coffee dribbled all down the front of me. It was a sight. There was a sight, as we say in the South. I was pitiful. I was just pitiful.
Yeah, but you look good.
yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
I
you can
speak
kind of see
South,
my.
so
You look good.
Thank
yes.
you.
Your eye looks better today than it did. It's baggier under your. I can't tell because this is reversed, but
It's this one.
so
What happened to your
that's your
eye?
left eye.
It's my right eye.
Okay, so this is the
Yeah.
actual view. Okay.
Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
drops or something for it? Are they treating it?
Yes.
something?
Yeah. So what it is, Karen, is I've got Belfaris because oh, there's my shitty kitty. Because I had lash extensions and they got infected. And I ended up getting this infection and losing my eyelashes and everything. And it's not contagious, but it hangs out in your body. And then like it just decided to reappear. So, I last time I had it, I was a makeup artist. And so you're not supposed to wear any makeup because that actually like inflames it. So when I went to work, I couldn't, I mean, I had to do like a no makeup look, which they didn't like because they wanted us to have like 4 shades of eyeshadow on. And I mean, we had like expectations. It was crazy.
Guys,
Of course.
I have that over 50 thing where I got to turn a fan on. Pardon me.
Oh yeah, the torpedo from the USS Menopause.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Yeah,
So
I've dodged a couple of those twirlers myself.
I got a ceiling fan just right there, and that ought to help.
nice.
Looks like the
Well,
sun's
so
beaming in on you though.
Yeah, that's part of it. I'm sure that's not helping, but just like all of a sudden, I'm like, oh.
So
Yeah.
I just told these guys you're riding the USS Menopause too. Because look, I
we
know men are never going to know what that's like, but you go with that with your spouse.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll laugh. I'll make y'all laugh. I never went through it.
Mm.
Oh, that's hilarious. Thanks
and
for-
mine's
Being
gone.
honest, it just ended and I had no reaction
Oh, that's
whatsoever.
amazing.
It was
Oh,
wonderful.
Yeah.
let me share a funny story about and let me share this funny story and then we'll get back to you about when mine actually kicked in and I realized what it was. We had been living in Alaska and we were driving to the lower 48. Well, to drive to the lower 48, you have to go through the Yukon in Canada, which is very desolate and barren and there's not a lot of things. And we were doing this around October. So there were still bears out, but like they were starting to hibernate. And I am such a hobbit that I was too short. I could not reach the pedals in the truck. We had this 23-foot F-350 diesel, like had the 4 doors, this
You have to put a
whole
couple of
huge thing.
pillows behind your back to scoot yourself up.
Oh, no, I would have had to have gotten like stilts, like and mashed it because the seat didn't go far enough forward and my legs were just too short. So like I would be on the steering wheel, but my legs still didn't reach. So we were driving through, and I got so mad at my husband, and I just started yelling at him, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" He's like, "Slow down your habit rage." He's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like really mad because he was breathing wrong, and I told
Oh
him, I
my
said,
God.
"No, no, 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 it gets better. That's not even it." I looked at him and I said, "If you don't stop breathing that way," I said, "I'm going to take you out of this truck and I'm going to feed you to a bear and I'm going to drive home the rest of the way and I'm just going to tell everybody you got lost." And my husband, in all his wisdom, goes, "How are you going to drive the truck? Because you can't reach the pedals." So, me and my wisdom, I was like, "I'm going to cut off your feet and attach them to the bottom of mine and I'm going to drive the rest of the way home." And he's like, "Christy, you need to stop." And then that was the moment where I was like,
I think
this
we
is
might need to devote a
bad.
couple of minutes to that.
I was like, this is really bad. But now he's on the road all the time, so he's not ever home. So he doesn't have to deal with it.
Well, that's good.
So it is good. It is good because, if your loved one threatens to feed you to a bear, it's probably not
Yeah, you
good.
learn to go like this a lot.
What's that?
You learn to dodge. You learn to dodge the stuff that's unimportant and help out with the stuff that is important.
Oh, it was terrible. But Karen, do
Yeah,
you feel better now that you got a chance to kind of talk about it a little bit?
It's gonna
Like
be
what's going
it's
on?
gonna be something I have to work through.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not something that I'm gonna talk about it once and it's just gonna go away.
That's right.
Right.
That's
You know
right.
what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've got to get to a place where you feel safe to talk about it because you said everybody was kind of always leaving before, and it just
Well, that's
maybe
happened
is.
through my whole life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And
with
that can really
everything that
cause you to
happens,
feel unsafe.
yeah, well, with everything that happens to me, it's like,
Hmm.
you know, since I was young, I mean, everybody
Hmm.
just kind of took off and did their own thing. So
Hmm.
they all take pieces of me with them. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And
Hmm.
then you're trying to hold on to who you are, but they still have a piece of you. So it's
Hmm.
like trying to rebuild who you are and be able to talk to people and be able to open up and be able to be real. And that's something that I have a really hard time with.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
like if I just let it go, who's going to all take it away from me? You know?
Yeah.
Or are they going to hang around and hold on to it and help me grow and get back to who I need to be? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
It's, you know, the amount of people that have just walked out on me is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know, like people will talk about, well, my friends from high school or this or that. I don't have that. They
Hmm.
walked out on me, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
uh, or they've left, you know. So being who I am, I mean, I've been harassed and told off because people don't appreciate me for who I actually am. You know,
Right.
they try to break me down to what they want me to be.
Yep.
And I can't be that
You,
person anymore.
no, well, and you never could. It's just that now you don't have the luxury of, you know, having to muster up that because it's just there's no mustering for that anymore.
Well, it's like you know, being the quiet girl and everybody kind of goes, well, she can handle absolutely everything and it's not going to be a problem and it's not going to be this, it's not going to be that. And yes, I can do those things,
Hmm.
but I can't care for myself,
Right.
you know? And like, this is me trying to take care of who I am,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
I'm tired of people thinking that, you know, I'll nothing phases me. It's bullshit.
Right. Which is ridiculous for anybody to think that anybody is that way.
Mhm.
Right. Or that you can just adjust and deal, but you can't. You
Well,
can't put aside your own issues for other people.
No, you
You
can't.
know, it doesn't work out that way at all.
It's not. It
and it's hard
absolutely.
to give yourself permission sometimes to set those boundaries, but to be heard, especially when you've been hurt, and left your whole life.
Yeah.
People have done that. It's very difficult, because even I think sometimes people lean on the most sometimes really need the most understanding,
Yeah.
because there's a reason that you're that strong, right? There's a reason why you're the quiet girl, the dependable one. Don't worry, she's got it. And 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 that is a hard thing to be, and it's a hard thing to allow yourself to be vulnerable in that instance, because that's what it is. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You have to give yourself permission to talk to people and to be heard, but you also have to feel safe. And if you've never really felt safe, if you've always felt like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's like you're always in that survival mode, and you've never really gotten out of it. It's just changed how it's looked,
And
like.
that's what makes you a good empath too. That's what makes you so helpful to others, is the pain and abandonment issues that you have, and you are an empath. Like you suck everybody else's garbage in, and
Mhm.
make it easier for them, but you need to learn how to do that for yourself.
Yeah, it's too much on you. It is. It is.
I guess I get that, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I know about self-care, and I know how to do it, and I'm not
Mhm.
inane to that thought.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just, I'm not thinking about that.
Mhm.
But when I run into somebody who needs help or assistance or whatever. Now, as dizzy as I was today at the dental office
Radical
leaving,
self-care.
you'll laugh, because there was a man who was blind standing outside the
Self-care.
elevator, and nobody was with him. Nobody
Mhm.
walked him, like, got him on the elevator. Nobody did anything, and here he's standing there with his cane,
Mhm.
and I asked him, do you need me to push a button? Do you need to get on the elevator? Yes. And
Right
that's, you know, I made that comment, and he was like, would you please help me? And I'm dizzy as all get out.
on.
And I'm with
Right.
my student, and we're like a chain gang going into the elevator. And then I help him get out of the elevator, and the floor is still going like this. And I'm like,
Mhm.
this is ridiculous. Like, you
Well,
know,
one. Mhm.
I go outside myself, because I'm not going to leave a blind man standing in front of an elevator,
Right on.
Sure.
Yeah.
you
Sure.
know?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I made a comment to my student. I'm like, can you please let somebody know? This guy's blind. Like, he can't
Mhm.
see a button on the wall.
Mhm.
And she's like, I'll let somebody know.
Mhm.
You know, that guy could have stood there all day long.
Yeah. But a lot of elevators have braille, but not every blind person knows that too. So
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't believe his student just like let him wander off.
That just baffles me.
That's
That
Yeah.
somebody isn't with him.
No,
yeah. Why?
I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Didn't make an ounce of sense to me. That's a call I was waiting for. No, I'm just trying to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
Put it all
Well,
back together in my
do
head,
you
and
Yeah.
do you like to read?
I can't read right now
Mm.
because
There's a
I can't focus on things.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, I'm lucky I can follow YouTube sometimes.
Oh
It's not
wow.
often when I would trade illnesses with people, but I don't think I want to trade with you. You
Are
can
you sure? It could be
call
fun.
me. Yeah, no.
It could be fun. You can eat
Go
whatever you want.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Going back to being empathic, one thing that you can do to protect your energy, however this looks for you, like say a prayer as you head out, especially if you're going to a place where you're going to get bombarded. Because if you think of it, if you look at it like this, so you already have all of this stuff you're dealing with, right? All of your physical illness and everything that's going on in your world that you have shared and that you haven't shared. Well,
Right.
what happens as an empath is when you're out in the world and people are sucking the energy off of you, right? Because they're taking it for themselves and you're giving it away and you're not protected. What you're really doing is you're bringing everything way down. So you're actually um, you're giving away your energy. You're giving away your body's ability to fight
What
things.
happened? I can't hear anybody.
I know.
I can't hear
Can
anybody.
you hear, how about,
Wait a
can you
minute.
hear me?
Hello?
Can you
Can you
Can you
hear
hear
me?
me?
hit a mute button somewhere?
Can you hear anybody?
No.
Me.
Did you hit a mute button somewhere, or
I'll be back.
can you guys hear? Can we
I
I'll
all?
be
I can
back.
we
hear
can hear
fine.
her.
Yeah, I can hear everything fine.
Okay, we'll be here.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, well,
Well,
okay.
my wife almost got arrested today over
Oh
the
gosh.
the woman at Wendy's took $5, didn't give it to her in the drive-through, and she called and said, "Can my daughter come?" And
I'm
she's
back.
like, "Oh yeah, ask for so and so." And then she went over there, and the chick called the cops on her, saying she was being threatened to her. And my wife's like Christy size, and so she got the cops called on her because she went over there to collect the $5 that they didn't give to her in the change window, at the pay window. And so corporate got a big earful. And within minutes, the district manager showed up at that store.
Oh,
Wow. Well, that's good. That's a way to get it handled.
yeah, yeah. You don't really need somebody doing that with your company
No.
No,
to your
no,
customers. Yeah,
no.
that's
That's
She
not a
said,
good
"Oh,
thing
we
at
don't
all.
have a number for corporate."
yeah, you do, and I'm getting it.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I was just telling
Wow.
Vicky almost getting arrested story, but it's good now.
Vicky almost got arrested.
Yeah, it was over $5 at Wendy's, and some chick was trying to take it, I think, and lost her mind, and because she was caught, so she called the cops on Vicky, and
Little Vicky.
you've spoken to my two of you have spoken to my wife,
Oh
and
yeah.
you know she's not the type to go in and create a scene.
No, not at all.
Wow.
Lordy.
That's terrible.
But I'll catch
Not
a
Terrible.
torpedo from the USS Menopause every once in a while.
You're
That's
funny.
kind of your job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
You married
Yeah.
into it.
It's in the job detail.
She's nursing me through cardiac failure. I can dodge a few zingers every now and then.
There you
There you
go.
go. There you go.
Exactly. That's what you gotta do.
Wow.
Well, do
Ugh,
you feel like you've got a little bit of a area to start processing from
I
within?
think so. I think so.
Well, we're here and we're with you in all of that you're going through
Yeah.
always. So just don't hesitate to either pick up the phone or call a meeting or anything.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
if
call
you
you
get
and go,
really
"Hey, Carol,
sad,
forget it."
if you get really sad, I'll send you another 24-minute voicemail. It'll be
Oh,
good.
gee, thanks. Yay!
I only get like 15-minute ones, so yeah, you'd feel lucky.
Carol got a 4-minute one, so
I gotta go. I got a phone call coming through. I gotta take it. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
All right, bye, guys. I love
Love
you.
you.
bye. Love you.
Well, guys, anybody else have anything or?
Oh, I think I'm
Yeah,
good.
man.
I think I'm good too.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we can, help her manage it the best that she's going to be possibly able to,
Mhm.
because
I
it is every bit as heavy as dealing with an addiction.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I feel like she's frustrated to the point of nothing's going to help though.
Yeah. And we're going to have to maybe somehow kind of help keep her spirits boosted.
Takes a faith of a mustard seed to move a mountain.
Yeah. Well, let's keep her in our thoughts as we have a moment of silence for the person who's still suffering in their addiction or their behavior, and also those suffering in recovery, because that's real.
Do you have anything that you need to talk about today?
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
really good today. Thank you. And then we'll follow that by the serenity prayer.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
God,
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 grant me the serenity
give me the
grant me
serenity
the serenity
to accept the things I cannot change,
to accept the things I
to accept
cannot
the things I
change,
cannot change,
courage to change the things I can,
courage to change the
courage to
things I
change the
can,
things I can,
and wisdom to know the difference.
and wisdom to
and
know the
wisdom to know the
difference.
difference.
Amen.
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 I forgot. Everybody, you know what? I forgot to ask. Is everybody else good? I'm sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you asked.
Okay.
Yeah, you asked.
In the chat here. I'm hungry.
Oh,
My brain
Charlie.
is
I didn't
fully.
even know Charlie was still here. He
Huh?
was lurking. Charlie was lurking like Gollum.
Hey, Charlie. Lurking is good. All right. Well, I'm gonna go chase down my cat and see what she's into because she lit out of here like I just
She got
I
up
don't
on the
know.
thing behind you for a second.
My fireplace,
Yeah.
yeah. If she likes to set up on the fireplace, it's not going right now, but
Now,
that's one of her favorite places.
good night, Charlie. We love you too.
Love you too. Thank you for being here.
Good night, everybody. I'm gonna go
Good
ahead
night.
Good night.
and go, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
5:40, same Star Trek time, same Star Trek channel.
Yeah. You too, Zell.
Nice.
And peace, y'all.
Peace. Deuces. Deuces. We'll see you.
Okay.